Good day, champions. I'm back again as promised. Hope this day makes us well in good health, strength, and wealth. Good day to you all and Happy New Year. Please click the subscribe button, tap on the notification bell so that whenever I upload any new video, you'll be notified. And always look forward to my video every Sunday. Today's topic is going to be all about bad parenting signs and how these signs affect our children badly that we might not be aware about. What is bad parenting? Let us know what that word means. Bad parenting, it's simply just some of the actions we take as parents. Some of them we might take them knowingly and some unknowingly to us, that these actions affect our children harmfully, physically, mentally, or psychologically, whatever. And most of the time, it affects them psychologically, and even when they are grown-ups, these signs still manifest in their activities and the way they lead their lives. So I want to draw our awareness as parents to some of these little teeny weeny signs we might not be aware of, and yet they are detrimental to the mental health of our children, to the physical health of our children. You can just name them. Number one of these signs I would like us to discuss about is reprimanding the child excessively. Some parents now might say, what is she talking about? Are we not going to correct our children again? Yes, you do that. Correct your children, but not excessively scolding this child whenever he or she goes wrong. Just shouting. Do you know what that will cause for that child? The child will be scared of you. And even when it arises that he needs advice from somebody, you, the parent, the mother, the father, is supposed to be the number one person the child will run to for advice. But because you are just shouting at the top of your voice, he or she will be afraid to tell you the truth, to tell you what he or she is facing out there. And even, most of the times, it will even resort to them telling you lies about themselves. And I don't think as parents, that's what we want to condone. Number two, disciplining your child in front of everyone. Discipline your child, yes. But at times, respect these children, no matter how small they are. Don't just start disciplining them, hitting them, shouting at them in front of everybody, in front of the audience. Most especially teenagers and adolescents. This will make them lose their self-confidence and even ashamed in public. It will impact them negatively instead of the positive impact you want to put on this child. The third one I would like us to discuss about is no encouragement at all. Some of us, there's nothing our children do that we encourage them or tell them, well done. We don't pat them on the shoulders and tell them, at least this time around, you do well. Everything they do, we are always condemning everything. It makes the child feel there's nothing he or she can do that is good and worthwhile. If he or she cannot please his or her parents, then who can he or she please? So parents, please take note. Also, I would like to discuss the fourth point, withholding affection. Let me ask you, parents, When last have you hugged your child? Give that child a peck and tell that child, yes, I love you. Some of us have never done that. Our parents didn't do it to us, and now we are still repeating the same cycle on our children. This is a very wrong habit and a wrong sign from a parent like you and like me. Also, number 5 point I would like us to discuss about is no rules, no boundary. Why? In as much as I am not in support of you scolding and shouting at your child in public and so on and so forth, that does not mean that you shouldn't set boundaries for your child. Lack of discipline causes more harm than good on a child. Discipline your child, but try as much as you can not to be physical with that child. Number 6, lack of support. Everybody needs support. You need support. I need support. Most especially these children, they need support. Some of our kids have exams the next day. You don't even call that child and ask the child, how's your study going on? Hope you are coping. Hope you are understanding what you are reading, and so on and so forth. At least that little bit of support we give these children goes a very long way. Number 7, I would like to discuss about comparing your child with every other child out there. You don't know what the parents of those child are going through, and also what they did to make that child get to the level that child is. But all you do is, John, I wish you are like Timothy. Don't you see he took first position in his class last term? You, what are you bringing back to the table? That's very, very uncalled for. To the extent, some parents even go to the extent of comparing their teenage children with those out there. How the other one's child, Johnny, is bringing in money for his or her parents. Edith is bringing in money for her mother, buying her mother beautiful clothes, beautiful shoes. And you, Mary, you have not even given me anything. That is very uncalled for. A child that is not working, you are expecting so much from that child. No wonder the decadence in our society. Girls prostituting their bodies just to please their mother, please their father, please their parents. Wait, let me ask you this question. This girl that you are allowing to prostituting herself to bring money for you, was she the one that sent you to give birth to so many children that you cannot cater for? It's very annoying to see parents requesting things from their child. Requesting so much for a child that is not working, a child that is doing nothing, the child that is even that needs support from you. Please, parents, if you are of that kind of habit, you practice such, stop. It's not good. Also, some parents are so fond of using criticizing tone on their parents. I'm so sorry. Some parents are so fond of using criticizing tone on their children. Watch the kind of tone you use on your child. Criticizing tone that shows disapproval of whatever that child does. It's wrong. Don't be too negative. At least sometimes be positive enough to encourage this child on the right path that will help him or her tomorrow. Also, the 8th point I would like to emphasize on is lack of respect for the feelings of your children. That is a very bad thing most parents are fond of. Always take time. Take the little time you have to talk to your child. so that you can understand these children, understand the child, understand the feelings and the challenges these children are going through. The society now is full of so many challenges. These children are going through a lot, and you are not even making yourself approachable for them to be able to discuss so many things with you. Open themselves up to you so that you understand them and see through their mind's eyes. As a parent, it is always good to respect your child, respect your children, so that they will also respect you. Respect is reciprocal. My next point, number 9 point I would like to emphasize on is being a good example. This is my holy grail. I so much appreciate this point. You want so much from your child. Have you been the example to that child? Watch your way of life. Let me tell you one thing. Children learn from whatever you do. Your actions, they learn more from your actions than even from the words you tell them, from the advice you give them. You might be telling them one thing. If your actions and your behavior portray another thing, I'm sorry, it's that one you are portraying to them, they will definitely follow. At times, when your child misbehaves, sit down, take a time, think and reflect. This attitude this child is displaying, where did this child learn this from? Flashback, watch yourself, and you will know that you are looking at a splitting image of yourself right in front of you. Parents having confrontations among themselves in front of their children, abusing their spouse, mothers abusing their husbands in front of their children. Husbands insulting your wives in front of your children, calling her names. Tell me, let me ask you, when that child that is watching this film show grows up, what did you expect from that child? Did you think that child will respect his or her spouse? No way. At least the apple does not fall far from the tree. You will copy every bit of your character and display them in future. And then you will start asking yourself, I don't know where this child get this attitude or this character from. I'm sorry, it got it from you. Or let us even talk about a parent misbehaving in front of the child, abusing neighbors. This is very, 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 very popular with mothers. Gossiping your fellow women in front of your children. Even so, we even put the children down, sit them down, and start narrating stories about the issue they have with their fellow woman out there to the child, and start calling that woman names. Then tomorrow that child will wake up, see that neighbor you talk to him or her about. How did you expect that child to behave to that neighbor? Respect the neighbor, forgetting that what goes around comes around. Today, the child might help you insult that neighbor you call enemy. But tomorrow, I bet you that child will insult you too. Then you will see how it feels deep down inside. But the next point I would like to buttress about is not giving him or her a choice. Why? At times, sit your child down. So my next point will be about not giving your child a choice. Let me ask you something. Must you be the authority in all times? At times, sit that child down. Tell the child why you want the child to do this. Ask for the child's opinion on that issue you are discussing with him or her. hear his or her opinion and give him or her a choice to choose. At least, let's give them that benefit of doubt and let us show to them that we trust their opinions and their choices too. It's very good. Also, the next point I would like to talk about will be over pampering. Some of us, we are so good at this job called parenting to the extent that we over pamper our children. Let me tell you something. That child you are taking as egg in the house, you don't want him or her to fall down. Outside there, that child is just an ordinary child to everyone there. So there's some attitude the child will display that people outside will say, what kind of child is this? What sort of parents bring up this kind of child? Don't allow yourself to be insulted outside because of the way you over pamper and over spoil your child, that he or she cannot even reason for his or herself or do things. For in future, it will still affect him or her. He or she has to take decisions in future. Life of today is not for the feeble-minded. Please, be careful when you overdo your parenting job by over-pampering your children. That will lead me to the next point about overprotection. Overprotection. Some of us are so overprotective of our children to the extent that the child becomes too scared and too afraid of the world out there. He or she cannot take risk. He or she cannot make new friends, cannot associate. He or she starts seeing herself as inferior compared to other people out there. Be careful. Don't be too over-pampering, over-protective that your child will be so spoiled that he or she tomorrow will still blame you for that your overprotection over him. Please stop it. Lack of trust is another point I would like us to discuss about. Not believing in your child. There is nothing your child does that is good enough. He or she want to take this decision, just please stop that. You cannot do it. Is it for people like you? No, stop using such words on your children. They are bad. They are not good. Last but not the least, not giving your child your time. Yes, I know the world of today makes us parents to be too hardworking. We work a lot. See mothers. In those days, mothers sit at home and take care of their children. But not these days. These days, everybody wants to work. I'm not disputing that fact. It is good. At least it helps the family. But as you are doing this, don't overdo it. Give your child time. Come home, sit with them, discuss with them every day. Make it a point of duty before they go to bed. Ask them, how was your day today? At school, what happens? Hear them out. Hear their challenges. Talk with them, discuss with them, sit with them. Share and rub minds with them. Advise them where need be. And show them the right path to follow. So that tomorrow you will not shed tears. Please, I beg of you. Please, parents. Let us do our duty. Let us man up this year. Sorry for using that word. Let us sit up this year and take responsibilities on these children and make them the best or even one of the best tomorrow. So that tomorrow we will look back at what we've done. Look at the lives of our children and we say, yes, thank God we did a great job on these children that God blessed us with. Thank you so much for listening to me. And please, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever. Criticize me, yes. That's what I want. Ask me questions. Tell me this thing you say is wrong. Prove me wrong. That's what I want. And may the Almighty God continue to be with us, be with our children, and make us proud of them every day of our life. Thank you so much. Meet you in my next video. Bye-bye.